Did you start this year full of purpose or perhaps major frustration with a clear goal of getting a new leadership job? Are you now partway through the year thinking, this is hopeless, completely over it, continuing to apply for things that are now starting to look like a potential sideways step rather than that big ambitious leadership role that you started with? Well, it's no secret. Come the start of every new year, nearly half of all employees are actively looking for a new job. So the market is hot. Everyone is busy applying for everything, and there's a lot of competition. It's also a time where that initial first 3 months of the year, everybody's quite energized. They're keen for a fresh start. They want to achieve their new year goal of doing something new, challenging themselves, getting a new job. But now, halfway through the year, how do you go from that feeling of desperately wanting a change and wanting to accelerate your leadership career to actually making a powerful and purposeful career change? You don't want to just desperately jump into another role that in 12 months' time you're going to have exactly the same desperate feelings that you're feeling now. That's if you can even get that role. Recruiters can usually smell this. The desperate job seeker kind of gives off a few tells. I've spent 18 years navigating the leadership ladder, from leading a small team of 2 people to leading leaders of large departments. And in that time, I've developed some powerful hacks that have helped me move from indecision to absolute clarity. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on that first crucial step from my Leadership Career Blueprint course. A step that will help you uncover your deepest motivations. And stick around to the very end, because I've got a special thank you for those of you who are serious about achieving your leadership goals. You might be thinking, where do I even start to look for a leadership role? And that would be where you're first going wrong. The truth is, it doesn't start with endlessly scrolling through job boards. It starts with you. It starts with getting crystal clear on your own internal compass, your motivation. Have you ever paused to think about why you really want to lead? Is it the thrill of solving complex problems? The deep satisfaction of inspiring and motivating others? Or perhaps a yearning desire to really help drive meaningful change in some aspect of the world? Until you understand this core why, you're navigating your leadership career without a map. This is the entire premise of Module 1, Uncovering Your Leadership Motivation, the very first step in my Leadership Career Blueprint. This isn't just about finding a job. It's about finding the right job that genuinely fulfills you. So I'm going to give you an overview of some of the secrets in Module 1 of my Blueprint course to get you started. Start with today as your baseline. This is about understanding your why, and why your why is so crucially important. Firstly, clarity and focus. It cuts through the noise. It gives you a clear sense of direction and really distinguishes between that fleeting kind of desire stuff to the really clear purpose. Secondly, prioritization. It helps you really clearly prioritize opportunities and avoid getting sidetracked by roles that don't actually add any value for you. 3, motivation and perseverance. It's your fuel. When the going gets tough, it's going to be this why that's going to keep you going so that you do actually achieve what you want to. And 4, better decisions. You'll make career choices that are deeply aligned with what is really going to fulfill you in a role. This focus and internal drive make achieving your why not just possible or vague. It actually gives you the real fuel and desire so that you know exactly what you're focusing on and are aiming for the right positions that are going to fulfill you. Now, many years ago, after securing my second leadership role, I was feeling pretty comfortable, perhaps a little bit too comfortable. I was leading a small team, managing finance and operations, and while it was a great experience, after 4 or 5 years, that familiar itch for a new challenge started. My telltale sign was and always will be, I felt comfortable. I'd start seeking out extra projects, offering to help people with things that weren't really part of my core duties. I'd be seeing opportunities everywhere, but nothing really felt truly aligned. So what did I do? Well, like many, I started applying for lots of jobs. Some were internal to the organisation, some were external. I was really just throwing it all out there. I didn't have a plan. I just applied for everything that looked like it was kind of a step up. And guess what? Crickets. No interviews, no callbacks, no feedback, just a string of written rejections. When they did bother to reply to my email requesting feedback, the recruiter would say, lack of experience leading larger teams, mainly. I also really struggled to articulate why I wanted to do it in my cover letter, other than more money, which obviously I didn't put in my cover letter, because that would have been a major red flag if I was a recruiter. I tried everything, contacting recruitment agencies who started sending me jobs that were smaller than the job that I was already in. I piled on leadership development courses, bloating my CV, trying to make it look more impressive, and talked to a lot of people in the kind of jobs that I wanted to be in, which was quite insightful, but also highlighted that everyone seemed to have a really different, unscheduled path to getting their leadership role. I started to feel flat and discouraged. I started to think that I'd reached my ceiling. This was it. This was my job. That thought was quite disheartening. But then one day I had a bit of a breakthrough. Sitting with all that information from others about all those different career paths that they'd taken to get the job that I thought I one day wanted, it hit me. I needed my own concrete plan and path. I needed a plan that wasn't the same as everybody else's plan. A plan that was specific to me. A plan that was centered around my experience, my skills, my dreams. I was scattered, and I needed to start centering things around what I wanted, not what was out there in the marketplace or the next thing that looked like it could be a step up. So I created my own plan, and the results came pretty quickly. Firstly, I got clarity on my why. I discovered that my true motivation wasn't money, wasn't really about career advancement either. It was that I needed to be challenged. I was bored. Secondly, I defined my leadership values. This actually allowed me to lead with more confidence with my current team. It made me realize what it was that was really important for me in my leadership. What did I want to lead with? What did I want other people to feel when they interacted with me? What did I want them to think when I'd already gone? This also allowed me the confidence to be able to speak about my leadership impact and communicate to a future employer what it was that I would provide to them, what my leadership values would contribute to their organisation, which really reframed my thinking around I wasn't just looking at it from what I was getting, i.e. getting a new job. I was looking at it from what am I going to be giving? What am I going to be giving to this organisation in this role? What do I want to be giving? Not just what do they need from me? And lastly, I landed my next job, which was really well aligned with what I wanted to do. It was also a very significant step up, which I had not been expecting. I felt fulfilled and impact, and really great about the fact that I had gone for a role that was a significant step up, and I'd actually achieved it. And I'd achieved it based on my own merits, my own values that I was bringing, what I could articulate about what I was going to bring to the job. And the best part, I could now identify what truly fulfilled me in a role. This meant knowing what jobs were truly the right fit for me, and how to continuously reassess what pathway I was on and know when the right time for change was. It did transform how I made my career decisions, and I really believe it is why I've been able to get senior leadership jobs from that point on. So the first step, which you can start today, is about being entirely focused on your why. It's about establishing your deep, authentic reasons for wanting that next leadership role or your first leadership role. I have provided free access to the Reflections and Insights Workbook, which goes along with Module 1 from my Leadership Career Blueprint program, and you can find it linked in the description so that you can download it and start getting really clear on your why. And if you're finding this video helpful, I would love it if you would subscribe. The workbook provided in the description is designed to help you step by step really unveil what your true why is behind your leadership desire. Your homework today is to open the workbook and start reflecting on those questions. Try and remember this is about your why, not the why that you think everybody else might think that you need to have. The effectiveness of this exercise is all about your honesty and your time that you're prepared to put into it. But when you do, the why becomes your internal compass. It provides that intrinsic motivation that'll keep you going when you don't know if you're going to be able to get a new leadership role in the near future. It won't matter so much because you know that you actually need a certain kind of role to feel really fulfilled. You're not just going to take any old job. It really cuts through the fog of those fleeting desires, like upgrading your car, and helps you differentiate between long-term goals and short-term wants. So download your workbook, take your time, and be honest with yourself. There's no wrong answer. It's your journey. And as promised, as a thank you for making it this far through the video and showing your commitment to your leadership career, for a limited time, you can get 20% off my Leadership Career Blueprint course. Just use the code NEWLEADER20 as on your screen in the checkout to get your discount. The link to the course and the link to your free workbook are all in the description below. Don't let another year pass feeling unfulfilled. Make this your year of purposeful leadership. And thanks very much for watching.